In the village of Kofaduhu, people feared only one compound, the house of Sonny. It was not because they were poor. It was not because they were wicked. It was because death visited them, politely. And always at night. Yusuf was 16 when he first heard the whisper. The moon was full. The Harmattan wind carried dust into his room. He sat upright on his mat. He heard it again. A voice. Soft. Like dry leaves rubbing together. Yusuf. He thought it was his mother. But the voice came from outside. Near the old baobab tree in their compound. He stepped outside. And that was when he saw it. A shadow taller than any man. Standing still. Watching him. Inside the house, Mama Zainab froze. She knew that wind. She knew that silence. She ran outside screaming. But Yusuf had already collapsed. Foam at the corner of his mouth. Eyes wide open. As if he had seen something no human should see. By morning, the drums beat. Not for celebration. But for burial. Baba Sonny did not cry. He only stared at the calabash hanging in the center of their hut. An old, cracked calabash. It had been there since his grandfather's time. And it always shook the night before a first son died. That night, Aisha could not sleep. She heard her father whispering, "I have given enough, why take him?" The calabash trembled again. But this time, it did not stop. 3 days after burial, Aisha dreams. She sees her brother standing near the baobab tree. But behind him, the shadow, hand on his shoulder. She wakes up screaming. And outside her window, 2 amber eyes blink. In the Sonny family, death was not an accident. It was inheritance. And Yusuf was only the beginning. The calabash did not stop shaking after Yusuf's burial. It trembled at midnight. It trembled at dawn. And on the 7th night, it cracked. A thin line split across its belly. Baba Sonny fell to his knees when he saw it. Because in the Sonny bloodline, a cracked calabash meant one thing. The spirit was hungry again. 3 nights later, an old man arrived. His name was Malam Dantola. He was older than the village mosque. Older than most memories. He walked with a carved staff and wore a faded indigo barbanriga. When he entered the compound, he did not greet. He only stared at the calabash. And whispered, "So it has started again." Mama Zainab felt her heart sink. "Malam, tell us the truth." The old man looked at Aisha. The child was watching everything. Listening. Remembering. And he said something no one had ever said aloud in that house. "Your grandfather fed a spirit." Silence swallowed the room. Long ago, before Baba Sonny was born, the Sonny family was poor. Their crops failed. Their animals died. Disease walked freely in their compound. And then came a stranger. A man with skin too smooth. Eyes too calm. He promised wealth. Protection. Power. All he asked for was loyalty. Grandfather agreed. He performed the ritual beneath the baobab tree. A black goat was slaughtered. Its blood poured into the calabash. And the stranger bound a spirit to their blood. A familiar spirit. One that would guard them. But spirits do not guard for free. They demand repayment. The first son of every generation. Before 30. Taken quietly. No blood spilled. No wounds. Just fear. Just foam. Just death. And the village was told, "It is sickness. It is fate. It is God's will." But it was none of those. It was death. Baba Sonny's older brother had died at 22. His father's elder brother died at 25. Yusuf died at 16. The pattern was never broken. Because no one dared to question it. Until now. That night, Aisha could not breathe. She was only 8. But her mind was older. She walked outside alone, stood before the baobab tree, and whispered. Why? The wind stopped. The leaves did not move. Then she heard footsteps behind her. But no one was there. Only the shadow stretching unnaturally across the sand. The amber eyes opened in the darkness. And for the first time, it spoke clearly. You are not the chosen. Aisha trembled. But you carry the blood. Its voice sounded like dry bones grinding together. Your father refused to renew the pact. And so the line weakens. She didn't understand everything. But she understood one thing. The spirit was afraid. Inside the hut, Baba Sani argued with Malam Dantola. I will not give another child. The old Malam shook his head. You already did. When you refused to continue the sacrifice. What sacrifice? The old man looked ashamed. Every generation must feed it something else before the first son turns 10. Mama Zainab gasped. Feed it what? The Malam closed his eyes. Blood. The calabash shook violently. Then it fell from the rope, shattered on the ground. A gust of wind entered the hut. Lantern blew out. Darkness swallowed everything. And in the darkness, a voice echoed. Death unpaid. Mama Zainab screamed. Baba Sani held Aisha tightly. Outside, the baobab tree cracked loudly, as if something inside it was waking up. Morning came. But the baobab tree had changed. Black sap dripped from its bark. And carved into the trunk was a symbol. A symbol Aisha had drawn unknowingly in her schoolbook days before. The spirit had marked her. Not to kill her, but to use her. Because the curse was evolving. And the last generation would not end quietly.